It's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Round 10. And for today's layout, it is a sketch by Lisa Sikorsky. And here's the sketch right here. I'm going to kind of move mine to the right, and I'm not going to have the frame on the outside because I was using wood grain and decided I wanted the wood grain to go all the way to the ends. I'm scrapping that photo of my brother and his wife, and that's showing a heart. And I'm not going to use those stickers there, though I thought I was. And I am using some scraps, and I did fussy cut quite a bit out of those papers. And let's see. Oh, I'm going to cut a couple of these down, but I'm going to use what I have of those also. I did gut this ahead of time, and then I cut that frame because it has a frame in the sketch. And I just automatically use my trimmer on both because the trimmer don't have to be perfect when you're gutting your for your photo or anything. And I thought, oh man, I should have used my We Are Memory Keepers frame maker to make sure it was perfect. But it worked out all right. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I the collection I'm using is Cartabella Rustic Elegance, and it's a wedding one. And then some of those stickers and stuff is other wedding ones too. But they had black in it, and I decided not to use any black. Is why not very many of them gets used. I think I used a couple. That's it, and then a cut apart label and several flowers that I fussy cut out. I It does not have a doily in the original layout, and the sketch has the photo landscape style and mine's portrait. So those are a few differences. And I figured since mine was portrait, and I wanted those flowers in the corner of the show. When I first pulled the collection out, I thought I was going to center it and do everything just like the sketch. But I seen this paper and I thought, sometimes I have trouble using them, but in my mind, I thought this sketch would go really good over to the right and the flowers still stay where they're at. So that is why everything's over to the right. And it looks a little longer because I have the portrait style photo. That heart is just one I got from Peachy Cheap once. And then the other one's fuzzy cut from a 3x4 card. Now I'm going to put some, oh, here I am trimming it. Y'all see me trim it. I trimmed it once to get that out of Dee Dee's face. And then I put it back up there and I trimmed the wrong side. So I had to trim the other side again. And then I had to trim a little bit more. But I will be using those little cutoff pieces later. I will find another home for them. And then when I went to stick my heart down, I was going to move it. But I had that sticky foam tape on the back and it stuck to that photo. And y'all know how that can be. It's like stuck. I mean, like glue. I mean, no pun intended, but it is stuck. And so it just stayed where it was at. And I'm adding a few flowers to that too. A couple were too big, so I changed my mind on them. And yeah, I just wanted a little bit there. The 3x4 cut aparts had a cake in there too, so I'm adding the cake, and it looks kind of plain. Their cake has white flowers on it. It may look at glance like it has red, but those are strawberries with white flowers. Well, I might have been able to find a collection. Well, I know I could have found a collection with some white flowers, but I like this one, so I went with the peachy peach instead. Now, since this is their anniversary party and I was using a wedding collection, some of the things didn't quite go, including this title here. I don't remember what the first half of that banner said, but it didn't quite go for 25th anniversary. So I just cut part of it off, and now I'm kind of Frankensteining it so that it goes ahead and has the banner on the other end. And I'm just going to use the love story part. I put I put foam tape underneath it to give it some dimension. And I am adding flowers, of course, because y'all know I love flowers. I fussy cut around these and they have like baby's breath on them. So they're not fussy cut as tight as I usually cut them because they were so tiny. But the places I put them, I decided that they looked all right the way they were. I, well, while I'm adding these, I'll go ahead and mention that down there below you'll find the master link that Christy created for everybody to put their layouts and videos in. So make sure you look down there, click on that, and by the end of the month, we'll have hundreds down there because there's quite a few that are participating. Not everybody can participate every day, and there's a chance I won't because I do not have the whole month done in advance. But there are some playing along every single day. And if you go to the Facebook group, you can join, and the sketches are all in there, and you could go ahead and make your layout and post it in the files with the sketch. Each one has a different file, so you can anybody can go to that file and just look straight down it, and all the layouts for that sketch are in there. I zoomed in on this because my flower was just too big. I tried it a couple of times and I kept thinking that is just too big. So I am cutting it down and making it smaller till I'm happy with it. And then I'm going to add those little scraps that, you know, got cut off earlier and make it look like there's some baby's breath with it. And I think I'm going to add a couple more little roses, some rosebuds to it too that I find over in that tray. And that great big one, flower laying over there, I didn't cut that one out today. There was like that and another piece of one that was cut out from another layout. And I thought, well, I might as well have it laying there in case I could use it. And I tried, but no, that just seemed too big for everything else that was on my layout. But this picture is of my brother and his wife on their 25th anniversary, which, you know, I mentioned already. And it was outside, and this is a wooden awning. That's why I wanted to use the wood grain. I don't know if it's called awning or pavilion that they were at. Anyway, it was like 100 degrees that day, of course. But then, you know, they celebrated in July. And yeah, July, August was very hot. Well, June was much hotter than usual. But the wood grain, I love sprinkling gold Heidi, uh, Heidi Swap Color Shine on there. And I went to sprinkle and I no more got started. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is the 25th wedding anniversary. I should have done the silver. But no, I did the gold because it's my favorite. They might mention that, you know, when they see the layout, but it is my favorite, and I think it does look good on there. But yeah, I probably should have done the silver. And I did cover up on that one that says "This is us." Underneath it, it says "family." And there was plenty and plenty of family there between the two of them. Well, they each had 4 kids when they got married, and then they had 2 more. So yeah, they they had a house full. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all for watching my video today. And I really appreciate that too. But have fun with that link down there below and checking out all the inspiration from these awesome sketches. Have a happy scrappy week. Bye.